Hello everyone, my name is Linda O'Nillafor and welcome back to my channel, Mental Health and Wellness. Okay, today I'm going to be talking about, are you in the wrong job? Okay, now you might be saying, well, what does that have to do with mental health? It has a lot to do with mental health, and I'm going to give you some reasons why. Okay, so first of all, if you're in the wrong job, I'm going to tell you how you can recognize it. All right. And I'm going to give you about 5 signs to let you know that you are in the wrong job. Okay. The first one is, do you dread going to work every morning? Just waking up and just the thought of going to work and driving to work. Do you dread that? Do you start like on a Sunday morning and you just dread the next day coming? Okay, that's the first sign. The second sign is, when you are at work, are you constantly looking at the clock all day and you can't wait for it's time for you to punch out? Okay, that's the second sign. The third sign is, are you crabby when you come home from work? Are you yelling at your children? Are you just having a lot of disagreements with your spouse? Are you just crabby for no reason at all? Okay. And the next one is going to be, are you stressed out at work? Let's just say if your coworker retired, or if someone takes a long vacation or time off. And let's say now, instead of just your work, you have to do their work too. And even when they come back, you're still stressed out, or when they hire someone new to take over the person's job that retired. But let's just say you're just stressed out all day, every day. You're just stressed out. Okay. And then the last one is going to be, are you in customer service and you know that you should not be working in customer service? Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So, everybody is wired differently. Some jobs are just not for some people. But the bad thing about it is that a lot of people don't know that they're in the wrong job. Have you ever called like a customer service place like AT&T or Amazon, and you got someone on the other line and they were just so nice? It was, sometimes they can be so nice it's hard to believe. Sometimes you can get the people that like their jobs. When you get off the phone, you can tell, you can say, wow, that person really enjoys their job. And then you can talk to someone and you can say, wow, I don't know why that person is even working there, because that person wasn't willing to help me at all. So, what's sad about this is that when a person is in the wrong job, they don't even know that they're in a wrong job. They don't have any idea. And it's like, well, how can you not know if a job is for you or not? You know. And so those signs that I gave you at the beginning of the video, I mean, those are just some of the signs. Those are not all of the signs. But it's really important for people to try to work in a job that's fulfilling to you. Because if the job is not fulfilling, it's like other people, it's negative energy that you project on the public or other people that come into the business. That's why, a lot of businesses, they have to be really careful about who they hire, because you can hire the wrong person, and that wrong person can just pretty much just destroy your business. Just one person, just by what one person can say or can do, can bring down a business. Okay. So the other thing too is you might be saying, well, if I'm in the wrong job, what can I do to get in the right job? Well, first of all, you have to recognize that you're in the wrong job. You have to take time and you have to say, I know this job isn't for me, and I know I need to just move on to something that I can do, something that's fulfilling, something that I don't mind getting up in the morning, going to work. Let's say if you don't like being around people, then maybe just a desk job is better for you if you don't like communicating with people or um, just working with a lot of people. You might want to consider a desk job. I was on the phone with AT&T last week, and there was this gentleman who was helping me, and he was so patient, and I could really tell that he was in the right job because I was having a problem with my phone, and he did everything he could in his power to try to help me. And we stayed on the phone for like maybe an hour, and after the hour, he said that he was going to have to call me back because he has to check into some things. And so, sure enough, he gave me a time, which I was really surprised. He said, I'm going to call you back at 2 o'clock because there's some things that I need to check out. And I said, okay. But, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, well, I probably won't hear from him again. He probably won't call me back. Sure enough, 2 o'clock came around. He called. And he was so friendly, and he was so determined to get my problem fixed. But it's like, how many times do we come across people like that? I had a situation with Amazon where I had this one product I was having some issues with, and it, I think it was like, I think the warranty was up or something, and they couldn't help me with it, and I talked to like 3 different people, and no one could really help me with it. And then I called back, and I talked to this one lady. She was in customer service, and she said, hold on, let me make some calls for you. And I had never heard, usually they tell you to make the calls. But yeah, she said, hold on, I'm going to make some calls for you, and I'll call you back. Sure enough, an hour later, she called me back, and she had resolved my problem. So, a lot of times it just depends on who you talk to. And, if you're in a job that you know that you should not be in, it's better for you to save your money and just don't be afraid to go and look somewhere else. Because, we all, I say this in a lot of my videos, but we all have our own special gifts and talents. And sometimes working in customer service, with people, is not for everybody. It really isn't. It's just not for everybody. And another thing, too, about you being in the wrong job is that if you're in the wrong job, you can have chronic stress. You can develop chronic stress just from being in the wrong job. And chronic stress can cause anxiety. And anxiety, having a lot of anxiety, can cause high blood pressure. And so, does being in the wrong job affect your mental health? It certainly does. It affects your mental health in more ways than one. Because when you think about it, we're on our jobs most of the time. Most of the day, we're on our jobs. Then, the other amount of time that we spend the most of is sleeping. But we have to find a way to work and to have a fulfillment in working. It's not just working. It's having fulfillment in your work. You know, it's more than just working. And you know, and I know that it's hard for some people because some people say, well, it's just a job, but are you satisfied with that job? You know, maybe you do need to find another job. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. If something doesn't fit you, you need to find another job. I even remember when I used to be a bank teller, and I remember my coworker. She did not like working in the bank. I liked my job, but she didn't like her job. And I remember every day she would come in and she would say, "Oh man, this is so boring. I just don't like it." And, you know, that job wasn't for her. So, you know, we have to take the time to figure out, well, what is for me and what is not for me? You know, what am I good at and what am I not good at? And there's nothing wrong, you know, just because someone else is good at something, that doesn't mean that you are automatically good at that same thing that that person is doing. Okay. So that's just something to think about, you know. Okay. And if you like my videos, you can like and subscribe. You can leave me a comment. Let me know. Are you in the wrong job or are you in the right job? Hopefully you're in the right job. Okay. Thanks for watching my video. Bye-bye.